We are talking about the Black Business Inc. magazine. They are hosting their annual State of Black North Carolina conference this month. It includes a variety of presentations and the 40 Under 40 Awards Gala, honoring some of the most influential African Americans in the Triad, including some of our own faces you may recognize from the Triad CW and WXII 12 News. Our Christina Evans, Devontae McKenneth, and John Johnson are all being recognized for their influence in our community. To tell us more this morning, I'd like to welcome Richard Williams joining us live. He is the publisher of Black Business Inc. and HBCU Matters. He is the founder of State of Black North Carolina. It's an honor to have you on our show. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Audrey, and thank you so much for having me this morning and the opportunity to speak about the 2022 State of Black North Carolina Conference.
You're very welcome. Let's first talk about when this conference began. Share with me the mission.
Well, we actually began the conference in 2003, nearly 20 years ago, believe it or not. And it was started to bring like-minded people together from various disciplines to discuss issues and concerns in Black and Brown communities across North Carolina. And unfortunately, we're 20 years later, and many of the same issues that we discussed 20 years ago are on the agenda to be discussed next weekend. And some of those issues are, access to affordable health care and just access to adequate health care in Black communities. And of course, the recent COVID pandemic exacerbated and revealed a lot of those inadequacies that exist in Black and Brown communities across the country. And we have an outstanding lineup of healthcare professionals who will discuss some of those issues on June the 10th.
I was just going to ask you, who can we hear from? Who are some of the presenters, if you could give us a preview of that conference?
Sure. Well, I do know that the president and CEO of Blue Cross Blue Shield, part of their mission, his name is Dr. Tunde Santunde, and part of their mission is to get to the heart of inadequate health care and affordable health care. So he will be on an executive leadership roundtable to discuss those issues, along with the president of the North Market of Atrium Healthcare, Mr. Roy Hawkins. And of course, affordable health care is critical to both of those institutions. And they outline, or I should say, just an outstanding lineup, a full day on diversity, equity, and inclusion. There will be much of the conference is centered around the for-profit sector, but we are able to infuse some nonprofit sector into it. We will have a fireside chat involving the CEO of the Kate B. Reynolds Charitable Trust, Dr. Laurie Gerald, who's on a panel along with the Chancellor of Winston-Salem State University, Dr. Elwood Robinson, as well as the president and CEO of United Way of Greater Greensboro, Mr. Kari Garvin. So we're excited about all of these opportunities, as well as opportunities for small business people to come and learn about opportunities for expanded COVID relief funding for small businesses that suffered during the pandemic, funds that will be available beginning this week. And officials from the State Department, Department of Administration, and the Department of Transportation will be in town to discuss those opportunities as well. So we're just excited about the whole lineup.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, small businesses that are still struggling, right? 2 years later, they still are looking for relief.
They really are. They really are. And there's a program called Retool North Carolina that is put on by the Department of Administration, I believe, and those funds will become available. The application for those funds will be available effective at 10 o'clock this morning. So if they didn't know about that, they know about it now, thanks to sharing it with your audience. So we're excited about the folks that we're going to have, and of course we're excited about kicking it off with the 40 Under 40.
Yes, I was just going to ask you too. You're reading my mind here, Richard. So we know next week we have the gala ahead of the conference. Yeah. So speak briefly about the 40 Under 40, and then please share just how many years too Black Business Inc. has been recognizing our 40 Under 40.
Well, we have an outstanding lineup of youngish professionals to recognize next Thursday night at the Anderson Center on the campus of Winston-Salem State University. And just reading the bios and the resumes of some of our honorees is just, it just gives you hope that our future is in good hands. I mean, we're honoring a young lady who runs a nonprofit to bring awareness to human trafficking and sexual assault victims. And we have a young lady who runs an organization to help persons in the deaf community, hard of hearing, the deaf community, live a holistic life. So those are the type of folks that we're honoring, people who are doing outstanding work in the community. We have a hemp manufacturer that we're honoring, and everybody knows the values of hemp in this day and age, with ailments, various physical ailments. And did I mention that we have a Miss America 2019 among our honorees?
Oh, wonderful. Wow. No, I didn't know that. Yes,
Miss Nia Imani Franklin. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly and not butchering it. But yeah, we're just excited about the whole lineup. Persons in we have bankers, we have judges, we have journalists.
Yes, sir.
And not to mention Christina, John, and Devontae.
Yes, sir.
So we're very, very excited about the lineup, and again, just recognizing these individuals gives me hope that our future is in good hands.
Thank you, Richard. That is all the time we have this morning. We are so glad you were able to join us live, and we will see you next week as well at the gala and the conference. And you can learn more information, folks at home, and register if you'd like to get involved, and go check it out too at stateofblacknc.com. And once again, the State of Black North Carolina is happening June 9th and 10th at Winston-Salem State University.